Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off this lesson by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Racha HaKodash. I want to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well, that told me this truth. I want to say peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. All right? And double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone if I didn't say that. I know I'm speaking kind of fast. All right? But this is just something that was just on my spirit. I was listening to the beloved elder, Yashawamba, and he was, going into some things. All right, some beautiful things about, how the Lord, he's not done with us. All right, the Lord isn't done with us, so, we can't get comfortable. We can't get comfortable to a point where we feel like, we've done enough, all right, for the Lord to deliver us, because, until brothers make it on that chariot, the Lord isn't done with us, right? And, that just really puts you in the mind frame of, understanding that, you have to remain, diligent, and you have to remain humble, it's one thing, to have, confidence in your walk, but it's another to, just get to a point where you just feel like, you're comfortable and you've done enough, all right, and you've done enough lessons, all right, and you've edified, so many people, or might have brought certain individuals into the fold, which, we don't bring nobody into the fold. It's all of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. So we don't take credit for bringing nobody into the fold. Have we told certain people the truth, and, they've inclined their ear and listened over the years, and some, still may watch videos. Some brothers may be on that side. The other side, some brothers may be teaching, but it's all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, all right, for that person. So we don't take credit for that, right? But, getting back to the point where, we can't get, in this place where we feel like, the Lord owes us salvation. Yeah, we're hoping, to be delivered, and we're hoping for that salvation. And as the scriptures say, we have to make our calling and election sure. All right, but we're not done doing that. All right, we're not done making our calling and election sure. When the scriptures say, he that endured to the end, the same must be saved. All right, you have to really think about that scripture. All right, to the very end. Right? This is what we have to endure. Right? And not only, do we, got to endure what Esau Edom is getting ready to come down with upon the world, all right, and persecution, but, we have to remember about, our spirits, and how, our spirits have to be right with Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. It's not about, how long we've been in the truth, which that plays a part, because, it shows diligence. All right, but, the Lord still have it where, he's working on his men. All right, because, the Lord is getting ready to make brothers, judges of the planet Earth. Right? And we're learning. Right? And the Lord, has us in a phase where, we're still learning, and we're still, every day, all right, we're able to make that, another step. All right, which, another day to perfect ourselves and perfect our spirits. Because there's certain things that every individual brother we deal with in the spirit. All right, and it's not all the same. Ultimately, we all, walking that straight gate. All right, and when you go into that word straight, it means a place of difficulty. So we all have our, our difficult, things that, go on with us within the spirit. Some brothers, deal with certain things that other brothers don't deal with, but, it's our own individual, hell, so to speak. All right, it's just something we have to go through. Bodily afflictions. All right. just demons fucking with you. All right. You might be just in a certain place in life where another brother isn't. All right. But, the Lord got you going through certain things. It's all, to build our character. Right. So, we have to, perfect ourselves and perfect our spirits and purge certain things out of us. All right. That, that the Lord wants. Because part of, bearing his cross and following after the Lord comes with, killing off the old man and becoming a new creature. So, truly, hey, that's what the Lord is doing with his elect. He's purging them. As the scripture say, talks about the acceptable man in the furnace of adversity. All right. We're hoping to be made, acceptable for the Lord to pardon us and deliver us. But how are we going to become that fine gold if we're not going, if the Lord don't put us through that fire, man? All right. So, the fact that brothers are going from one glory into another, all right, then, hey, we're getting ready to go through more. All right. More, tribulation. All right. And more hell. All right. As the elder apostle said, just, last year alone, the Lord has been, taking, brothers do different things. Like the walk is becoming more difficult. All right. And we're trying to learn how to, adapt because, things are going to get more and more difficult. And we just have to bear the indignation of the Lord. Lord willing, we continue to do that. So, as the scriptures say, knowing all this, what matter of man are we to be, and all holy conversations and godliness. So, we're just trying to, perfect ourselves, man. All right. And hope that the Lord keep the spirit on us and that he casts us not away, which should be a daily prayer, that the Lord cast you not away. Because hey, we see men 10 years in and 15 years in, all right, with the full knowledge of the Lord, and just walk off and go back into the world, which is a fearful thing. And that shows you how the Lord, can operate, how the Lord can take a spirit off of a man, and cast them into utter darkness. All right, so it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living power. So, knowing that, and those were just, examples of what the Lord can do. So, if you, speaking to young brothers too, all right, you 2, 3, 4, 5 years in, man, don't get too comfortable where it feel like, hey, man, I've been around this long that, you solidified a spot for the Lord to come, deliver you. All right. Because what comes with getting comfortable is, I think, pride. All right. You feel like you got it. All right. You feel like there's nothing anyone could tell you because you've been around. All right. And you've been, you experienced a little bit. All right. Which, truly, this is only beginning of, experiencing, the trials and tribulation that the Lord is putting us through. All right. We're getting ready to go through a whole nother tribulation. All right. That we're going to need every last little bit of faith that the Lord has given unto us, man. So, it's just something on my spirit, that I just want to bring out. All right. For the body and for myself. Right. That, we just can't get comfortable. We have to, constantly, seek Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, diligently, and just do what we have to do, all right, to Lord willing, to endure and make it out this damn place, man. All right, because the Lord is about to open up the floodgates to hell to Babylon the Great. All right, because this place is wicked. All right, this place is finished. Our people are over here are finished, man. So the Lord is about to clean all this up. All right, with that thermonuclear destruction. Right? So, we just want to make sure we on the right hand of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right. And in order to do that, hey, we have to, endure. Right? Endure. Keyword endure. All right, Lord willing, which is something you have to ask the Lord. You have to ask the Lord for that endurance, when you're feeling weak in the spirit. I know I got times when I'm just feeling weak in the spirit, and I just ask the Lord for that endurance. So hey, that's about it. All right, so Lord willing, the elect was edified. Until next time, all praise and glory be due unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Recha HaKodash. Double honors is due unto the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Until next time, I'm going to say Shalom.